Meet the team that doesn't just talk about impact, they ignite it. Jim Morris and producer Rachel.
Woo woo.
Let's go. Wednesday vibes, baby. Wednesday vibes.
What do they say? Hump day?
I never got that. I never got the hump day thing. Like, do you understand that? Can you explain that to me?
It's the middle of the week. You got to get over like that hump in the middle of the week to get to the end of the week.
Oh.
So it's technically the hump and like also the word hump.
Yeah.
With the sexual innuendo inside of it. Yay. So fun. Hi.
Hey, let's talk about environment today. I did some spring cleaning yesterday.
Good for you. That's good.
And man, did I feel so much better cleaning out my office, throwing away papers. You know what was really an energy gain for me? Being completely content and okay as I was cleaning and changing my environment in my office with the fact that I did not read 4 out of the 10 books that were on my desk. And usually I'd be disappointed in myself, like, man, I didn't finish those books or whatnot. And 3 of those books, I have no interest in reading. And I think that's okay. 2 of them I was given to by the author. So I was feeling a little bit guilty, but like I'm looking at one right now and like the knowledge in that book may be great, but I don't need that knowledge right now. So I just want to talk a little bit about that. Like, you know, have you ever been in a situation where your desk is cluttered or you've got stuff over in the corner or you've got to move stuff or you got to get rid of some boxes or you've got to throw some stuff away and you just haven't been doing that? Does that drain your energy at all? Producer Rachel? Because I didn't realize it till yesterday, but like, wow, I feel like so much weight has been lifted off my shoulders. And it's like, I don't know, my environment, I didn't realize my office, how impactful cleanliness is to my environment, which in turn, my environment is so impactful to how I show up and how I feel and where my energy lies. Like, I don't know. I just never, like we talk about spring cleaning, but it's never really hit me like that until yesterday. Have you ever experienced that?
Oh, well, all the time. So
this is something you do often. Then.
Well, I have to because I am a piler. I get it in my head where I have to save everything or I'll do that later. And so like it's that ADHD brain, we pile things up. So I have piles everywhere. And then like the closet becomes where I just shove everything when I have to like emergency clean. And so after a while, you have to sort of look at that and be like, okay, now it's a mess. So once a month, I gift myself, I'm not even kidding, I gift myself a professional organizer. And she comes and I pick a room or a corner or a drawer, like wherever we need to start. And she literally handholds me every step of the way, kicking and screaming, to cleaning out the space. Because my biggest issue is like I would stop with that book and then like 15 minutes later realize I'm supposed to be cleaning that reading. So I have to have somebody like body double me almost to make sure I clear out the space. How I feel afterwards though is incredible, right? Like it's before she comes, I'm always embarrassed.
Yep.
I always want to cancel. I never do because I know she's not going to judge me. But afterwards, I feel like a whole new person. Like truly, truly. I'm just like, oh my God, I can live like this. But what you're really doing is opening up the energy in the space so that the energy can move around the space, right? Like I do believe in feng shui. I do believe there's certain areas of our home that are, better for us than like other areas that, if they're not clean, could cause chaos. And so one of my big goals is she's coming here to clean our garage out, which my husband's a contractor, right? And so every time between jobs, he would just dump stuff in the garage and then go on to the next job. And so we got to that point where it's like, nope, we have to deal with this now. And so she's coming to fix all of our problems. It doesn't fix it forever. Generally, it goes back to that like mess, but we try. And so environment is huge. how you even lay out your space is a big deal. And then how your brain sees sort of where everything is all the time is a big deal too. And one of the things that a life coach told me to do once was change like 8 things in your house, 8 to 9 things, just move them around. So your brain has to function and start seeing them differently. And that has helped tremendously. So I love what you're doing. I'm applauding you for doing that. I know what that's like when you're just like, unfortunately, I wait until it's like, okay, now we have to do this. And it's a goal to sort of just stay on top of it, right? Like if pick it up, put it away instead of just letting it stay there. I mean, my husband will tell you he hates the open Amazon boxes everywhere because I'm always like, well, I might want to return it. He's like, why do we have to have just piles of open Amazon boxes? So it does help when you clear out that space to make your head feel like it's cleared out too. Are you going to do more spaces, or are you guys fairly are you like OCD and everything stays clean? And
well, I think, I mean, if you asked me before kids, yes. But it's a battle you just don't win. So I can drive myself crazy to go clean the living room every single day, 3 times a day. And I used to do that. And then I get pissed that this is the 7th time I've cleaned up the same things. It's just not worth it. Now, the living room isn't disgusting, and we are very minimal with toys. So like we will only have like 25 or 30 toys out. I watched something online. It's like 377 toys a kid gets per year on average. And you think it's like, and then we started to realize like, wow, it's not even us buying this stuff, right? It's just people and it's great, right? People are like, oh, we found this little toy for Ellie or James. And we're like, thank you. But it's like, okay, now there's 9,000 toys instead of 8,000. I think for us, I am someone who, and it bites me in the ass all the time. Ask my wife, but I throw stuff away. I try not to be wasteful, but I really have to eliminate, or I get like super anxious, super uncomfortable. Like the granite island in our kitchen, like it has to be clean. Like all the junk goes there when you get home, but like it's got to be clean. It's got to be clear. So I think I probably have some of that OCD, but when it comes to the kids stuff, you just can't, I just can't win that battle.
no, that is a losing battle. You cannot win that.
But with The Office, like you'd call me a minimalist if you've seen my office. But again, right? Like 10 books stacked up on my desk that I work at every day. That's clutter to me. That's anxiety. That's frustration. That's guilt, right? Like I was feeling guilty yesterday. I'm like, oh, I'm just not going to read this book that this gentleman wrote and put his heart and soul into it. And I was like, one, I never asked for the book, right? It was given to me and I'm grateful. Like I'm grateful for that. But the problem doesn't need to be solved in that book that I have today. There's other priorities. So so that was a piece of it, was like, I kept looking at this thing and feeling guilty, and I don't want to look at it anymore. So I had to address the guilt, which then actually gave me energy, right? It was like, I don't have to feel guilty. I didn't read this book. I never even asked for the book, right? It was just sent to me in the mail, which I'm grateful for. Like, that's awesome. I appreciate that. But there'll be a time and a place for that book. And that time and place, I've got to be okay with is if it's never, So a lot of that was like, oh, I feel guilty. I'm a jerk. And this person gifted this to me. But I need to protect my energy. So looking at a book that I'm never going to read, or I have no interest in reading right now, I don't want that negative energy to come up when I look at it. So if you look at my desk right now, there's 2 pieces of paper, 1 book, and a notepad. Like I'm pretty bare bones. And I do use the filing cabinet. Like a friend of mine was like, dude, is that a freaking gray filing cabinet from 1992? Like, I'm like, yes.
Don't hate on those. Yes, we have those too.
And that's where my life is. Okay. So yes.
Where do people keep stuff? Like what What are they putting it in if it's not a filing cabinet? Come on. Those are amazing. I like that you recognize, though, sort of where the energy like shift needed to be, where it was like, I don't need to see this every day. And then you made the change. I think a lot of us don't even stop down to think about like, what is even bothering me in this space? We just go, 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 go. And so that was like one thought you don't have to have anymore, which is a huge deal. I also want to note that when I do start to clean and organize, it never takes as long as I think it's going to take. I get pissed at myself that like, why couldn't I do this like once a week or every day? I wouldn't have to be in this space. I wouldn't have to hire somebody to do it. And so I have to also not have that be an energy drain because again, I'm blaming. So I've had to learn to like, if I can do something daily, do it, even if it's just 15 minutes. And then also give myself grace if I couldn't get to it or I couldn't do it and the pile keeps getting bigger because it's not going to kill anybody. It's not, right? Like I'm not doing anything horrible. I'm just allowing piles of paper to pile up and we'll get to it and it's okay. I just love that you saw where you needed to make the shift and you made it. And I think that's huge.
I think it was weighing me down, right? Because like I'm someone who likes to optimize. I'm someone who likes to be efficient. I think the minimalist approach comes from that, right? Like, I don't need all this stuff around me to perform. I believe in myself. I believe in creation. I believe in my mind. But that's where it hit me. If I believe in my mind, there's external things that can cause my mind to be negative, can cause my energy to be drained. And I just realized like, wow, the office right now isn't built for performance or optimization, right? That clutter is built for chaos. And that clutter has caused me to maybe even not want to be in the space, right? That was a big piece when I was downstairs in my house. And it's like, this sounds so stupid and so like in your face. Wow, why did it take so long to realize? But like, my office downstairs in the summer was great because it was cool and it was always, 3, 4, 5 degrees colder than upstairs. And then you move into winter. And I was like, I don't want to like, why do I not want to work right now? The floor was freezing cold, right? It was like bitter. It was just dark and dreary because the doors to the outside, there wasn't sunlight, right? So there was no natural light coming in because of the weather. And I just realized like, I don't even want to work. And it was my space. It wasn't the concept. It wasn't the creation. It was the chaos that I just didn't want to continue to enter into. And then I moved it upstairs and then I was in one room and the vibe wasn't right. And then I moved to a different room and it brought back when I first owned this house, when I lived solo, literally had nothing in my upstairs, had nothing in it. I've got 4 bedrooms upstairs and 1 downstairs. Every bedroom was empty. And I had a desk in this room that I'm in right now. And it was just a desk. That was it. And it was when I really grew the frozen beverage company. So this was like 5 years ago. And it just brought me into a state of like grind and hustle and growth and success and risk and adventure. So like when I come in here, I almost feel that same excitement or that energy gain because the memories that have happened in this room. So it's very interesting to just, I don't know. I haven't thought about the space I work in this in depth. I haven't cleaned the space this in depth. And I just think it's really interesting that this is what I wanted to talk about today. Like we didn't discuss this prior and you're like, oh yeah, I know all about this feng shui and I hire an organizer and I've been through this. And I'm like, this is the power of like vulnerability, right? Like my business partner knows about this. She's gone through this. She creates strategies around it. She has someone come in and help her with some of this stuff. And if I wasn't vulnerable enough to just share it live or even with you, I wouldn't even know that I have a resource right here, right? Like I never would have thought of like, wow, this is ridiculous. Can I bring someone in for 4 hours to solve this problem or just speed up the solution to the problem? I would think like, oh, I need to have someone just clean the whole entire house. It's going to be $1,200. It's a deep clean. They have to do the windows. They got 3 people coming. You don't even need that. I could just hire an organizer for a few hours, get ahead of the project, speed it up. And to your point, Rachel, what you said about like ADHD and like all of a sudden you're reading the book instead of cleaning the office, like that's me. Like what I realized working from home, I can't go get a drink of water from the fridge. I have to bring water bottles into my office or just not drink.
You need a mini fridge in the office.
If I go downstairs, I'm doing dishes, and then I'm reading a book to the kids, and then I'm, can you watch the kids? My wife, she's like, I got to go do this downstairs, and then it's like 18 minutes later. What was I supposed to be doing? Oh shit! I was in the middle of a project upstairs.
It is the best to have somebody like body double and help you. Plus, she takes the garbage out and she takes anything I'm giving away, because that's the other like bottleneck for me. Was like the giveaway bag would be either at the front of the door, just that we would pass by every day, or it would just be in the back of my car. And so she was like, I'm taking it. Like it's another hump to get over, right? Going back to the beginning of this conversation because it's Wednesday. So eliminate those humps, eliminate the bumps in the road, eliminate the bottlenecks, and look at your environment. I mean, that's your challenge today. Figure out what around you is like literally hurting your brain, is hurting and stopping that positive energy from flowing in because it's filled with piles of books or papers or boxes that don't need to be there. And again, set a timer for 15 minutes, pick a spot, and trust me, it'll probably take you less than 15 minutes. It never takes as long as you think it's going to take. And how you feel afterwards is so incredibly amazing. Your environment really does dictate your energy. And if you're in a space where all you're doing is thinking like, oh, I have to do that thing. Oh, this thing is in the way, or you're tripping over it or whatever it is, or you're looking at the book over and over again that you're never going to read, just remove it. Remove the obstacles. And that's your challenge for today.
I love it. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Oh my God. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.